This past summer, my mother was the unfortunate victim of a stroke. This, of course, was due to her high blood pressure and high salt intake. As a result, my family and I have tried to make foods that have less salt in them, and I'm going to show you today how to make a nice, tasty meal without extra added salt in it. So here we have 2 cups of extra virgin olive oil. Into that, I'm going to add 8 cloves of minced garlic. Stop that. This past summer, my mother was the unfortunate victim of a stroke. This, of course, was due to her high blood pressure and high salt intake. As a result, my family and I have tried to make foods that have less salt in them, and I'm going to show you today how to make a nice, tasty meal without extra added salt in it. So here we have 2 cups of extra virgin olive oil. Into that, I'm going to add 8 cloves of minced garlic. Stop that. This past summer, my mother was the unfortunate victim of a stroke. This was due to her high blood pressure and high salt intake. As a result, my family and I have tried to lower our salt intake by making foods that have less salt and healthier for everyone. So today I'm going to show you how to cook a meal that's very tasty, that has no extra salt, and it's going to be grilled marinated chicken with linguine and broccoli. So here we have 2 cups of extra virgin olive oil. Into that, I'm going to add 8 cloves of chopped minced garlic, a teaspoon of saffron, and saffron is a spice derived from the flower of crocus, and it comes in these little red threads. They're a little expensive, but a little goes a long way. Half a teaspoon of dried parsley flakes, 2 tablespoons of cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons, sorry. And it may seem like a lot now, but I'm serving 8 people, so it won't be spicy. About 2 pinches of dried sage, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 2 teaspoons of basil, and 2 teaspoons of dried thyme. So now I'm just going to whisk everything together and make sure it's well blended. Okay, so now that everything's blended, I have here this pan that I'm going to put the chicken in so it can marinate in the fridge for 20 to 25 minutes. And the reason you marinate chicken is to make sure that all the flavors get into the chicken and it's well absorbed, so you taste the flavor of what you're cooking. So I'm going to pour a little bit in at the bottom to make sure that it's evenly coated. So you don't want to touch the chicken because it's dirty and everything, all the bacteria, so tongs are preferred. And just place each chicken breast down. And I bought a pack of boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and I cut off all the fat and washed it. Make sure you clean your chicken. You can use just water, or some people use lemon or vinegar, so whatever you prefer. And this came in a pack of 4 big ones, so I just cut them in half to feed 8. Okay, all 8 are here. I'm just going to pour the rest of the marinade over. Okay, now that everything is covered, I'm just going to cover it with some plastic wrap. Now I'm going to put this in the chicken and let it marinate for 20 to 25 minutes. So here we have a pot with about 5 quarts of water because we're going to boil the whole box of linguine. And I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil instead of salt so that the pasta is well lubricated and doesn't stick together. So now we're just going to bring it over to the stove. So I'm going to put it on the stove and then we're going to let it boil and wait so the pasta can be cooked. So as you can see, our chicken has marinated for about 25 minutes. We're going to go ahead and put them on the grill. But make sure that when you're cooking with anything with a handle, that the handle is off to the side and not over here, so there's no chance of you hitting it or anything and causing the food to fall, you getting burned or anything like that. So make sure it's always at the side. And we have a grill pan here, which will give the chicken nice grill marks. And don't overcrowd your pan, but you know, get a couple on there. Okay, so we're just gonna let our chicken cook for about 10 minutes on each side, and you'll know it's done when the juices run clear if you cut into it, or if there's an internal temperature of about 165 degrees. So as you can see, our chicken is almost ready. A few things I need to tell you. Make sure that you don't touch the chicken when you place it so you can get a nice grill mark. You don't need to add any extra oil to the pan because it was already marinating in the oil. And also, do not reuse the marinade because it's full of bacteria, so make sure you throw that out. The pasta is finished cooking, so we're going to go drain it and get ready to cook it. And we have our pan here ready to cook it and toss the pasta with our mouth. So we're just going to drain the pasta. I'm just going to splash it with cold water and stop the cooking process. You don't want to overcook it. Now let's bring it to the pan. Over here we have a pan, and you see that the handle is off to the side so I don't hit it by accident. I'm just going to add about 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. And about 3 cloves of chopped garlic. Be careful not to get splashed by the oil. So you want this to cook a little bit, then we're going to add the pasta. Toss it a little to get some of that garlic around. Now we're going to add our 20 ounces of frozen broccoli cuts, and we're going to cook it so that the broccoli isn't frozen anymore, but you don't want to cook it too long so that you lose nutritional value out of the broccoli. When this is done cooking, I'm just going to show you how to plate everything so you can be ready to eat the whole thing. So here we have the chicken and the pasta already plated. And I'm just going to cut this last piece and plate it nicely. And if you like, you can sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. And now it's ready to serve.